Hello, and welcome to my May videocast. I'm Mike Richie, the Superintendent of Schools for the Northland Pines School District. And with me today I have two very special guests. We have two of our administrators, and we have Jim Brewer, who was on my left, and Jim just completed his first year as high school principal with us. And we have Matt Spets, who is on my right, and Matt just completed his first year as an elementary principal. So I thought what we would do for the month of May is just talk a little bit to our two new principals and get some feedback from them on how their first year at Northland Pines went. So we'll start with Mr. Brewer. Jim Brewer, high school principal, came to us from actually a suburb of Milwaukee, a large district, and came to Northland Pines. And well, Jim, can you just give us a little background on yourself, your educational experience?
Sure. My teaching experience, I taught in Edgerton School District, which is just south of Madison, a district very similar in size to Northland Pines. The high school had a little over 600 students, where we're a little over 500, so it's very familiar to me, that size. The last 2 years before this one, I was in Waukesha, working at Waukesha South High School, which is Waukesha is a large district. It's the 7th largest district in the state, so that's quite a bit of difference compared to here. I mean, just in my school alone, we had over 1,400 kids, where in this district we've got 1,400 in the entire district. So really that was a big change for that, but a change that I truly welcomed, because like I say, my teaching career, the 11 years in Edgerton, was in a school similar to this size, and this is this is the type of environment that I want, and I couldn't be happier being at Pines. You do have more of a community feel than what you had in Waukesha. The students here are exceptional. The staff is fantastic, and I think the year has gone very well.
Well, great, thank you. And Matt, how about your background information educationally? What do you bring to us here at Northland Pines?
I spent 5 years as a middle school language arts instructor in the school district of Maple, a very comparable district to Northland Pines, similar size, layout, even in geographical size. So it was very much a parallel experience. From there I went to the Wakefield-Marinesco recently consolidated school district in the Upper Peninsula, a much smaller district. I had a K-12 building of 290 students, interesting experience. I was able to run the whole gamut of K to 12, work with all different kinds of ages of students, and it really puts the whole educational experience in perspective for an administrator to can see how the students progress all the way through.
All right, Matt, we're going to stick with you right away here. And you came to Wisconsin. You were an administrator over in Michigan. Now you're in Wisconsin. Do you see any big differences between Wisconsin and Michigan?
Tremendous. The first difference I see is a much more rich resource base. The district I was at was tied. Your hands were tied so much with what you could do fiscally, what kind of opportunities one could provide for students and staff. Coming back to Wisconsin, knowing that there's just a different philosophy, a different way the state presents funding, and it's just provides a much better educational experience for our students, and that's actually one of the reasons why I wanted to come back across the border. The second thing I'd like to say is just Northland Pines in general is an amazing place to live and work. My wife and I wanted to move to a place where we would be comfortable raising our young family, and somewhere that the expectations were high, that the resources would be available, and that's what we found here in Eagle River, and we couldn't be happier.
All right, thank you. And back to Jim, and looking at your first year, it's almost in the books here. We're getting very close to the end of the school year, and I guess can you give us some highlights? What as a first year administrator in Northland Pines, what were you surprised by anything, or what what did you like about being the high school principal, and with your expectations? And then I guess also if you could go off of what, as a goal of a high school principal, what would your goal be to improve the academic performance or the instructional programming at Northland Pines?
Well, I think one of the highlights of my job is to give tours of this fantastic facility. I mean, we are blessed here by the community support that we have throughout our district, and I get the honor of leading a building that is top-notch. I mean, you don't find much better anywhere in the state, and so for me, that is one of the highlights, is to, you know, show people around and to see the reaction of individuals as they come through. That's a lot of fun. You know, but truly the highlight of any administrator or teacher's job is working with the kids, and we have fantastic students in this building, which is a reflection upon all of us who live in the community. So that's the best part, is that. The direction, I guess, academically that I would like to take is to increase the relevancy and rigor within all the classrooms. You know, and that is a goal, you know, improving the curriculum that is being taught to the kids, and hopefully elevating, you know, our scores, such as ACT scores, higher than they are now. You know, so to me, that's a priority, is to increase the level of content that is being taught for all of the kids.
Okay, thanks. And Matt, same question to you. Highlights of the year, and then as far as your instructional or academic goals, where would you like to take Eagle River Elementary School?
Okay. I'm going to piggyback off Mr. Brewer and go with the second part first. I think to work together, and one of the most important things to do in the elementary level is to make sure that all of our students have the math and literacy skills that will allow them to meet the expectations once they get to Mr. Brewer's building and those more academically rigorous courses and opportunities that will be available. So I think that's where we have to look at the elementary level, just really understand where our kids are at and where we need to go. As far as surprises and highlights, there's so many, it's hard even to list. I need to generally just say the amazing differentiation and the project-based experiences our kids over at ERES across the parking lot here get that's what really surprised me. I knew that differentiation was a focus of the district, but to what level I did not expect, and it's just amazing. And I, just like Mr. Brewer, it's a sense of pride for me to bring people in, maybe interviewees for a teaching position, show them the facilities, highlight the district, and then talk about what goes on in our classrooms currently, which has already been done, and it's just an amazing experience, and it's something I'm very proud to do.
Well, as we close out the 2012 school year and we get ready to start our next school year, lots of changes coming down the road from Madison, from DPI, from across the nation, as far as education in general. So stay tuned, because a lot of good things are happening right now in the state of Wisconsin when it comes to instruction and curriculum and different offerings. And I think these guys hit it right on the head. Is where we want to go is a more rigorous curriculum and really challenge our students. And so we are definitely on the right track. We have a great staff here, and they work very hard. So I expect a lot of good things to come down the road, beginning as we start the 2012-2013 school year in the fall. And as we close, I just want to remind you again to please check that website out, because our website contains lots of information regarding the school district as you gear up for the next school year, from supply list to things you'll want to know about the district is on the website, so keep a close eye on that. And also, if we have any summer offerings, any camps, any of those kinds of activities will also be posted on our website, and at the bottom of the screen you can see our Northland Pines School District web address. So again, thanks for a great year. Very appreciative of all the community support, all the support from the parents. We have a great district here, and a great addition with the hiring of our two principals from last year, Jim Brewer, high school principal, and Matt Spets, Eagle River Elementary principal. Thanks, guys.